Hi, and welcome back to the Unscripted podcast, the podcast that is totally unscripted and unedited, unless absolutely necessary. Whew, it's been a while since I've recorded one of those. I'm not gonna lie to you, I was supposed to record one like a long time ago, but I've been feeling like shit lately, and I'm taking advantage of this afternoon where I don't totally feel like shit, a little bit, but like not totally. So anyway, yeah, the last one I recorded that was back in August. We're in October now, so it's been a while. Because I recorded it before my trip to Scotland, which has now been completed for a while, and a lot of things have happened since that one time in like sorry, a lot of things have happened since like that one time I shot that podcast episode. So yeah, as usual, I'm gonna be doing like a little intro, which is like personal things. If you don't want to listen to me yap and hear about it and want to go straight into the subject, I will leave in the description a little like what's it called, a timestamp, so you can skip to the actual subject. But before that, I'm going to yap a little bit about my life and about stuff. As I was saying, yeah, I've been feeling like shit lately. I've been very like depressed and anxious, and I don't really know what's happening because I came back from my trip to Scotland. I'll talk about it a little bit later, but like I came back and I was very happy, and then I was like, okay, how long is this gonna last? Because it usually doesn't last for me, and yeah. I've been a month now, and I've been feeling very sad and lonely and like depressed. And I wonder, is it seasonal depression? Because last year, like September hit, and boom, seasonal depression like hit me like right in the face. Right now, I'm looking outside. There's a lot of wind, but like it's been sunny. It hasn't been raining too much where I am at. Where I am at. Um, but yeah, so I've been. Wait, am I not in the center of this? I don't know. This is chaotic. I'm sorry. But like, yeah, I've been feeling pretty sad and like, and then I was like, I was my period. So I was like, that must be the reason. But I'm no longer my period now, and I'm like, I'm still feeling like this. So yeah, I've been feeling weird, and I'm very tired this weekend. I've been very very tired, and I slept like a lot, but I've been so tired. And I have acne, and I don't like it, and I feel ugly, and like it's a bad time. Like it's been lasting for like the past couple of weeks, and so I wish it would stop. So I'm feeling a little bit better this afternoon. I don't know why. Like I'm, taking advantage of it because yeah. But yeah, this morning I already shot. It was last year. What am I saying? Yesterday I shot a video for my gaming channel where I play The Sims, and the mic like cut in the middle of it, and so now I'm like paranoid and I'm like looking if the light is still on. It's still on. We're good. But so yeah, let's talk about my trip to Scotland then. So as I said, I spent a week in Edinburgh, Scotland. That was at the beginning of September, so it's been a while now. But I have made vlogs every day on my other channel, Garance French, if you're interested. But yeah, basically, I went to Edinburgh on my own. Like, girly, hello. I'm not over it. Like, I was so scared, and I was talking about it to my therapist the other day, and she was telling me like, do you remember, like, you do not remember how much you were scared before going? Because she told me, I clearly remember you saying I will never go alone to Edinburgh even though I want to, and yet I did it. And so I've been very like, I don't know, this trip really like changed me as a human being. And if you watch the videos, they're in French, but they have subtitles if you want. If you watch the videos, you will see like my transformations. Like, it was deeply emotional, and I think I'm already quite talking about it, but like it was the trip of my life. Like, I don't know how to really explain it. Like, I was on my own for the first time. I took the plane for the first time on my own. I had taken the plane like once before, a long time ago, with a friend, and I was like on my own taking a plane, which I don't know how to do. I took a plane like once in my life, but yeah. And so then I was in Edinburgh. I just can't believe that I was in Edinburgh. I was in Scotland. Like, that was on my what's it called, a vision board that I made for this year. I wanted to go to Scotland, and I wanted to see the castle, and I wanted to go to the Writers Museum because I kept seeing that picture on Facebook, and I was like, I want to take that picture myself, and I did, and I went, and I saw all those things, and I didn't get to do everything because I'm on a budget, but like I spent a week there on my own, and I went to the Loch Ness, I went to the Highlands, I went to the Loch Ness, and I visited the castle of Edinburgh, and I visited I I went on a hike to Arthur's Seat. Like, I went on my first hike on my own, and it was such like, I don't know, this trip was really like life changing, and that's why I was kind of worried like coming back. Like, it was such a high that coming back was going to be a low, and it's kind of been downhill ever since. And that's why I'm kind of like, I don't really have a lot of motivation. So I've been working, like doing a lot of things, writing and stuff. But I'm also like, I'm a student. I go to online class, so I have a lot of work around that too. And it's a lot. And I'm very happy, like YouTube making videos for this channel, for my other channels, is very like fulfilling, but also it's a lot of work. And so when you don't have any motivation, I want to like, if I have an ounce of motivation, I want to put it towards like my schoolwork and stuff like this. And so it's really hard, especially when you don't feel pretty. Like today is okay, but like I don't feel, lately I have not been liking the way I look. And like my hair, for example, I cut my hair right before going to Scotland. Did you see that? Well, no, I had my hair show last time. But yeah, I cut my hair like right before going to Scotland. I cut them myself. It was a mess because I didn't cut them the same length. And anyway, and I was feeling so pretty. And in those videos in Scotland, I am so pretty. But nowadays, I don't like my hair as much because they don't curl the same way they did back then. And I don't know, like they're not. I don't know if they look greasy or not. I just don't like the way that they handle themselves. It's not the same. And I haven't been liking it. Like I like the shape of them and everything, but it doesn't feel the same as it did like a month ago. And I don't know why. And it just stresses me out a little bit. And it's silly because it's just my hair, and no one looks at me. Like I'm all alone here with my mom and my sister sometimes. But yeah, and so I have like, just looking at her, I don't like my eyebrows right now, and I have acne everywhere, and I feel very like ugly, and I don't know. It's just it's hard to be on camera, even if it's just like recording yourself in your room. It's hard to be on camera, regardless of like putting on the internet or not. Just seeing my face, I'm like, ugh, And it depends on the days, but like lately, it has been really like feeling ugly all the time, and it's really heavy because I already have anxiety, I already have depression, and it's just a mix of all this, and it's really horrible. And I haven't been sleeping well. I've been having nightmares, and like it's a mess. So yeah, I'm feeling pretty bad. But I thought this episode would cheer me up because it's a nice thing, and I've been planning on shooting an episode of this podcast about the Wayans brothers, but I just haven't gotten around to do it, and now I'm bored about the matter, and just it's a whole mess. But yeah, other than that, on another note, I, as you may or may not know, I am part of a theater group. And earlier this year, we did a medieval show. Like I was dressed as like a peasant, and I was fighting, I sword fighting, everything. It was awesome. But in December, we are doing another show. We are doing Sister Act. We're doing a musical of Sister Act, and I have the main role. I am playing Dolores because I am the only one who can sing the songs. Because I don't like to brag, but like I'm the best singer in the troupe, and like that's just how it is. I'm not the only one to sing, but the other girls, they have a few. Now there's one girl that has one song for herself, and then the couple of girls that sing like I don't know how to explain. But, like there's a song, there's multiple people that sing on it. But I have a lot of like solo songs that are very hard to sing, and they're hard for me. So I've been training and training and training. Plus I have to learn the line, and I'm the main character, so I have a lot of lines, and it's very it's not my personality. Like the way my friend who's a director, he asked me to play the character is like very out of my personality, so she has to be very loud and very comedic and very expressive, and I'm not like this. So it's been very hard, but I've been working on learning my lines and learning the songs, because I have like 2 or 3, maybe even 3 or 4, maybe 3 or 4 solo songs, and then another 3 like songs with other people. It's a lot. It's a lot. Mind you, the show is in like 2 months, so we still have a lot of time. But yeah, it's been a lot of work. And yeah, also it's like winter now, so by the time we rehearse, it's all dark outside. And I hate it. I hate it. So right now there's lots of sun, but there's lots of wind. And I just hate the night. I hate the night. I hate that it's dark so early. Yeah, seasonal depression. But yeah, do we have anything else to talk about while we're here? No. I don't know. I don't know. Because I don't do these episodes often, so, I don't know if anyone actually, like, listens to this intro, anyone cares about what I have to say. But, if you do leave a comment, just say, I'm here for you. You're not yapping in the wind. Someone hears you. But, like, yeah, that's it about how I feel very sad and depressed and ugly. Now let's go into the subject. So yeah, the subject of today's episode is what is the correct, like the best length in between albums. So when music stars, I say pop star. Why do I say pop stars to talk about like music stars in general? Like popular stars, I guess. But like, it's not like associated with a genre. So it can be a rock star, but people say rock star. Oh my god, English is so weird. Okay, so what is the correct length in between albums? So when you are a music performer, right? Music star, what is the like nice, I don't know, acceptable, appreciated length in between albums. Because we have had a lot of examples recently. That's why I thought about the subject. We have had a lot of examples from a couple of different artists, with longer length between albums, with shorter ones, and regardless of like the length, people are not always like pleased. I just want to talk about it. So first off, I want to talk about Cardi B. So Cardi B recently released her second album, sophomore album called I Made a Drama. I made a review on this channel. If you're interested, I don't know if it's out by the time this is out, but like I made a review. And that is her second album since her first one that has been released. It was called, what's it called? Invasion of Privacy. And it was released like in 2018, I think, which is crazy. That was like 7, 8 years ago. And it took a while for the second album to get here. And I'm not going to give you too much of like my opinion unless it's like relevant to the subject, but like I didn't really care for that album. And so the time, like the fact that it took so long to deliver an album that's like, nah, right, it kind of irks people. Irks? Is that a word? Is that a word? I don't know. But like it kind of rubbed people the wrong way because like you took 7 years, 8 years to release a second album and it's not even that good. And I think it's performing well. I'm not sure if it's performing well or not, but like it's not doing too bad because it's like 200K first week, I think. But it's like in the meantime, like I like 2018, I was in high school. That's what I said in my review. Like some of the songs were released when I was in high school. I am no longer in high school. I have not been in high school for a while. I'm old. I'm old as fuck, and I'm only 22. But like these songs were released so long ago, and now we get this album. And like also, I said in my review again, just go watch the review. But like I said, like I did not really appreciate the fact that she put on the album like WAP and Up and like these songs that were released like in 2019 and 2020, because like these songs are super old, and you put them on your album and it just feels wrong. Like it's just like it doesn't fit. I mean, I don't think this album had kind of like I didn't think this album was very coherent in itself. So the fact that she added songs from like way back then, it just makes it even more incoherent. And so I just it's a weird move. It's a weird move. And then she did another version where she added like all the songs that she released in between like 2018, 2019 and today. And it feels weird because like those songs are so old. This could have been like you could have had like 2 or 3 albums, maybe not 2 or 3, but like you could have had 2 albums in like the time frame between 2019, 2018 and today. And yeah, so I don't know, but then that's just my opinion. But like the fact that it took so long and people are like, is it like okay, not is okay, but like is it good for her career that she took so long after her first album? Because in 2018, 2019, she was really at the peak. She had a bunch of number ones. Her first album did great numbers, I think. And I remember liking her first album. It wasn't that bad. I don't like listen to it anymore, but like there were a couple of songs I remember that I liked. So but then she dropped a couple of songs, WAP and Up, notably in like 2019, 2020, and there were successes. I think they were number one too. And people were asking her to drop back then in 2020, 2021. Of course, there was a pandemic and everything, so, right. But people were really asking her to drop something back then. And I think it would have worked better for her if she had done this because she was really, the top of her game. She still had the relevance from the first album and then the relevance from her latest successes like WAP and everything. And she could have done like great numbers and gotten even because she won a Grammy for her first album. I believe she could have won another Grammy, maybe. Like I don't know, but like she could have done so much if she had released in like 2020, 2021. But she didn't, and then she didn't release in 2022 or in 2023 or in 2024. And all this time she had been like promising people like, oh, I'm going to release this year by the end of the year, don't worry. And it's been like 3-4 years and nothing had been released. And now we finally have one. Like it's 2025, and I don't want to say Gotta Be is no longer relevant, but also like is she still that much relevant? Like I don't really know. So like regardless of what I think about her as a rapper or whatever, like is it like a good idea to wait nearly 10 years before dropping your sophomore album? Because I mean the thing is like when you drop your first album, it's kind of like, okay, that's my debut. Maybe it's not like perfect, but like sometimes it's like perfect, and but even if it's not perfect, it's like that's my debut and that's what I can do. And then you have to not drop almost immediately, but like usually people drop a year or two later because it's like, okay, I proved myself with the first one, and you might say, okay, it's beginner's luck, but like here is the second album, and I'm going to prove you that it wasn't just beginner's luck and that I actually put some work into it, and that it was like it's me, it's different, a little bit different, but not too much. It's still me. And anyway, here's me. Like here, I found my personality because the first album is always I tend to feel like the first album is always a bit not clumsy, but like sometimes it can be a bit blurry because you're finding out who you are as like a solo artist, like as an artist on your own. And so the second album is really here to prove like who you are and you can do this. And I am still that bitch. I was that bitch on the first album. I'm that bitch on the second album. And the fact that you have to wait like 7, 8 years in between, it kind of the momentum was not there anymore. And of course, I mean, I don't, I don't know if like she did not drop because she had kids and everything, but she was pregnant in like 2018, 2019, her first baby, I think. And then she had another child later on. And then lately she's been having, like, she had a baby last year. She's pregnant again. So like I don't know if she didn't drop because she was pregnant or because she was a mother now and didn't want to go. I think she dropped out of a tour with Bruno Mars because she was pregnant or something. But yeah, people say like her pregnancies like kind of ruined her career, and I don't really know about that because again, she was working when she was pregnant the first time. Because I remember like that was I Like It video where she was pregnant, and like in the video she was pregnant and she was performing pregnant. So I don't think that ever stopped her. But then again, also that's her like personal life. That's her like what do you call it, health. We don't know if the pregnancies went well or not. We don't know, right? So I don't want to, I wish her a safe pregnancy for this one, and I hope all the kids are okay. But you know what happens, yeah, health wise. So you can't really, so, like you cannot speculate. But, like it did not stop her from the first pregnancy, I think, to like work. And so the question was, okay, are you like, do you want to work if the pregnancy is not what's stopping you? Do you want to do that second album? And then there were rumors that she was shelved and she didn't have the budget, and maybe I don't know, but like yeah, I think that 7 year, 8 year period was very detrimental for her career, and that's why her second album. I mean, I didn't care for it, but like it was. I don't know if it was well received or not, honestly, but like it was just too long. It was just too long in between albums. So yeah, it was. That's the thing about Cardi B. Everyone kind of made fun of her for a while about how she didn't have a second album. She'd been in the game for nearly 10 years, and she didn't have a second album. Now she does, but let's see if she keeps doing that or not, because we don't know. And that's a perfect transition to my next artist. I want to talk about Rihanna, because Rihanna's last album was in 2016. It was Anti, and I remember when that dropped. I'm old. I was like in middle school. I was in middle school. Ah, and yeah, I remember when Walk dropped. I watched the music video and I was like, oh, ooh, that. No, I think my sister, she's 10 years older than me, and she had shared it on Facebook or something. And I watched it and I was like, well, that is nasty. But like, yeah, it's Rihanna. It's just a bit nasty. But yeah, so Rihanna has not dropped. She has dropped music since 2016. She has been on a couple of features. She recently did the song for the Smurf movie. What was that? What? No. People say it was AI. I don't know if it was AI or not, but it wasn't good regardless. So you could have kept that in the stash. You know that music video? We thought we were getting a good music video, and it was just her for like 1 second, and then it was the Smurf. And it was like, what was that? But like, I get it. She's been pregnant also. She, just like Cardi B, she's had 3 kids. I mean, good gosh, she had 3 kids. I feel old. 'Cause I remember her first like pregnancy announcement, like with the pink like jacket in the winter with the belly out. That was so beautiful. And then at the Super Bowl, and then she announced she was pregnant. When was it? At the Met Gala this year. So of course everybody knew she was pregnant before that. So that's why I'm struggling to remember. But like, yeah. So people are asking, okay, what is like holding her back from making music? Maybe she just doesn't want to because she's a mother now, and of course she's like a billionaire. She has Fenty Beauty, and she has all those Fenty things. So like, she doesn't really need to make music anymore to sustain herself. And maybe she's just not passionate about it anymore. And like, that's her problem. That's not her problem, but like that's her prerogative. Is that a word in English? Like, she just, maybe she's not interested in really making music anymore. Now, she did make that song for the Black Panther movie. That was it nominated at the Oscar? She performed at the Oscar when she was pregnant. Again, she performed when she was pregnant and everything. So that's not like all that's stopping her, I guess. But she has not really been dropping music related projects recently, like for the past 10 years. No, we are. I was like, are we in 2026? No, we're in 2025. It's been like 9 years technically. But like, yeah, so people are asking, is she gonna ever drop? And if she ever drops, is it gonna go well? Is she gonna do good numbers? Because I mean, it's Rihanna, so of course it's gonna be good. But like, is it gonna be worth the wait? Is it gonna be, that was the thing also with Normani, and just thinking about it. Normani, with her debut album, she went solo from like Fifth Harmony in like what, 2019, 2020, and we got her first album this year. And it's been like, what have you been doing for the past 5 years? And maybe again, maybe she has problems in her whole life that we don't know about. Maybe her label didn't want, like, didn't have the budget or kind of shell her. But like, it was also detrimental that period, like of that 5 years where she didn't have a debut album, and then she dropped what's it called, Dopamine, and it was it was okay. I like some of the songs. I like a lot of the songs from a lot. I have a couple of songs in my playlist, but like, it wasn't too bad, but also wasn't like great either. And I don't really know if it was worth the wait because like she had again a momentum in like 2018 with motivation and everything. I remember that VMA performance where she was doing the splits and the acrobatics. And I was like, damn girl, and she was really, she had it, like that was her moment. And if she had dropped back then, similar to like Cardi B, if she had dropped back then, she would have made great numbers, but she didn't for some reason, and that was kind of detrimental. So I don't think it would be the case for Rihanna because wait, I'm joking. Sorry. Okay, that's a bad thing about not being able to edit. But what was I saying? Yes, same about Rihanna. Like the fact that she hasn't dropped. Like if she drops, will it do great? Is it detrimental, or is the wait like? Is there like a time period like 5 years is not enough, 7 years is not enough? Like if you wait 10 or 15 years, is it gonna do great for you? I don't know. I don't know actually. So please leave your opinion in the comments. That's a very interesting topic. But like, yeah, is it worth the wait? It has to be worth the wait. Imagine Rihanna comes back with a full album and it's trash. Like she gonna be clowned. Right, she gonna be clowned. So maybe she's also, there's this fear, like this pressure of like, I have to be as good as my first album, I have to be even better than my first album. So yeah, I think that's nice. Now I want to talk also about Chaperone, because she dropped her first album in 2023. I only discovered it last year, and I'm so mad. I could have had like a full like year of listening to Chapel, and I didn't because I didn't know she existed. I'm so mad. But like, I'm in Europe, I'm in France. Leave me alone. I didn't know, you know. But like, yeah, Chaperone. She dropped her album in like late 2023. She's been getting a lot of success in 2024 with Good Luck Babe mostly. This year she won a Grammy, she performed at the Grammy, and she's been like selling out festivals and like tour dates and everything. And it was just like, wait, what's my I lost my thought. What did I want to say? Like, yeah, and she's currently dropping singles every now and then. Last year she dropped Good Luck Babe. This year she dropped The Giver and The Subway. I listened to both of the songs earlier today while walking my dogs, and I was singing my heart out. I love the songs. At first, I didn't care for The Giver or for The Subway, but then I listened to it again and I was like, I love it. And now I know it by heart and I'm singing it all the time. But yeah, she's been dropping every now and then. She's busy performing at festivals and like on tour, I think. Um, and she has said like, I don't know when I will release my next album because usually, as I said, usually people wait 1 year or 2 years because they have the momentum. So like, if she dropped in 2023, the worst thing to do would be to drop like right now in 2025 or maybe early 2026. But you know, what she still has momentum, but like, will she still have momentum later on? That's the thing. And so people are wondering, but she said, you know, I'd rather do this the way I did before, because the way she did the Rise and Fall of a Midwest Princess is that she was working on it for multiple years, for like 20. She has songs that were released in like 2020, and the album was released in 2023. She had been working on it for a while, and rightfully so, because this was like the story of her life. She was taking inspiration from her life, and she was living through things and writing songs about it. And so she said, like, I'm gonna take as long as I need to make the second album because I'm not gonna just like write a bunch of songs that are about nothing. You know, I want these songs to be meaningful and to be kind of reflection of my life at that stage. You know, and I think that's a very good process because that makes it very authentic. That makes it very like how can I say this? Like, it's just, I don't, she doesn't care. Like, even if she loses the momentum when she, by the time she releases the second album, at least the songs on this album would be authentic and would be, you know, from her own experience, and it will not be about the money. It's not about the stats, it's not about the money. It's about the coherence of the songs of the album and telling a beautiful story. And that's what I really like also about Chapel, is that she cares more about the music than just about the money, I think. So, I mean, I don't know her personally, but like, that's the vibe I get. So like, in that case, I feel it's sort of forgivable, if you will, to wait a little bit. Like, I'm ready to wait 10 years for another Chaperone album if it's going to be as good as the first one. You know, again, I hope it's as good, but like, from the 3 songs that we have, I mean, yeah, it's good. But I think that's a coherent like process. Like, if Cardi B had done this, saying, okay, I want to write songs about my life, I'm going to wait, yeah, 5, 10 years, but at least I'm going to have like meaningful songs about my life. But not really. That's not what we were given in this album. And so, like, is it, artists that drop every 10 years, like every, I don't know, 10 years, but like 5 6 7 years, like you need to be coming back with a great thing. It has to be really great, very authentic. And so that's why I'm not mad at Chapel for taking the time, because the songs are better when they're written about something real. And that's why, yeah, I understand. So like maybe she will lose the momentum, maybe she will not. We don't know. And that's actually a good like case study, because she dropped only Good Luck Babe, I think, last year, and this year she dropped two songs. But like at this year's Grammys, she performed Pink Pony Girl. I'm a Pink Pony Girl, yeah. Um, she performed Pink Pony Club at the Grammys. The song was released like 2 years ago, and she didn't win the Grammy for that song, but like the song was still popular enough, and it was in the top 10 right after that. So she has longevity already. Like her songs have longevity. They've been like released for a couple of years, and is there still, or they are finally reaching the top 10. They are finally being performed at like the big stages and stuff. So maybe by dropping like one or two singles a year and keeping the focus on those songs, she will keep the momentum until she drops a full album. I don't know, but like you really can't wait to see what she does next, and like how the public, like the general public, receives it. Because I mean, her first album was glorious, absolutely glorious. I have a bunch of like drawings of her that I ordered from a girl online. I have drawings of Zendaya and of Chapel, because she's iconic, and the thing she does with her outfits and her performances is always very like it stays on your mind. And so I don't think we're going to forget about Chapel anytime soon. And so even if she drops in a couple of years, I think she'll still be relevant. And I guess that depends on the artist, but I don't know if like I think that's a good like case study. Yeah. Let's talk about Taylor Swift. So I also made a review. I shot it today, so you're not going to see. I don't think it's going to be out by the time this is out. But I made a review of her latest album, The Life of a Showgirl. Girl, I'm not here for slandering. What was that? What was that? Respectfully, what was that? What was that? And I was a bit harsh maybe in my no, I wasn't trying. I was trying not to be harsh in my review of the album, because people are very harsh to her sometimes for no reason. But like this album was not good. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. This album was not good. The lyrics were bad. She doesn't have great vocals, but like she never does. So is it surprising? No. But like that's what I said in my review. Is like, do you need to drop an album every year if it's not going to be good? Because the last album I also listened to last year, it wasn't good either. I hated it. It was so long and it was so painful to listen to. And I didn't listen to her album before that, but people say it was pretty much the same. And like, do you have to drop an album every year if you're not going to serve? If you're not going to give us anything? Like, people were saying also she just came back from her Eras tour. She was touring for like 2 years, 2 full years of touring, going all the world. And of course, she made millions and she had a lot of fun. But like, it's exhausting to tour, I assume. So like, you should like take a break. You can take a break for a moment, like sit down, just enjoy your new fiance and like in your villas and whatever. Just go on vacation somewhere. Go on vacation far away from the cameras and just like enjoy your life. You're rich and like I don't know, just take a break. It's okay to take a break. Like you're Taylor Swift, you're not gonna lose your momentum. That's the thing about Taylor Swift, you will always do great numbers. She sold like 3 million units in the first day. What? That's like the biggest debut of all time. Because you will never lose that momentum because you are Taylor Swift. So instead of like doing one album a year where it's kind of sucks, don't you think you should do like one album every 2 or 3 years? But that's meaningful. And that's like, I don't know, I never listened to like Folklore, Evermore. But people said like those albums were really like the highlight of the pandemic. Like they were very good and deep. And I should try to listen to those because I didn't like the last couple of ones. But like, do you have to drop all the time? Also, because she dropped this album, but she dropped the re-recordings and everything, and it's like, you worked so hard. Won't you take a break? Won't you just like go on a beach somewhere and get married and enjoy your life with your husband and stuff, right? Like, why do you feel you have to drop every second of every day? Like, you will not lose your relevance. You have been relevant in this game for the past 10, 15 years. You will not lose your relevance. So like, just sit down and take a break, really. And because what she gave us on this album, it was bad. It wasn't. It, I don't even want to talk about it because, like, what do you mean? Like, it wasn't very good, and it was lazy. And there was like one music video, and then she probably used AI for some promotional videos. And it's like, if you don't want to do this, don't do it. Like, don't do it. Like, don't half do it. I don't know what's the word in English? Half-ass it. Don't do it like that. Do something great. Do something meaningful, even if we have to wait a couple of years. I know that like the Swifties love to have you around and spend all of their paychecks on 25 different variant albums, but like give them a break too. Like we're in a recession, girlie. We can't afford that. So I don't know why she does this, why she drops every year. Like you have the money, you don't need that money, and you still have the relevance, and you have everything. Why do you insist on doing that? Because it's not doing great. Like, yeah, you sold 3 million units, but like, is it really worth anything? Is it like the album? Again, that's my opinion, I guess. So if you like the album, I'm not saying like you're a bad person and you're stupid, but like, I don't think the album was very good. The lyrics were not good. The vocals were not good. The visuals were fine. Were fine. Like, she looked great, but like, we didn't have a lot of visuals. That's something I complained about in my review. But like, why do you have to drop every year then? I don't understand. And I mean, I like Taylor Swift. That's the thing about it. And I'm planning on making a video. I said that in my review too. I'm planning on making a video about criticism around Taylor Swift, because is it fair? Is it not fair? Because I see a lot of criticism, and some is fair, some comes from misogyny and stuff like this. And I just want to explore that a little bit, like with more like critical, like nuance and thinking, sort of sort of make no, I can speak. Sort of make sort of like thesis. You know, like when you write essays and stuff in high school, and you have like you see this like your themes and like yes, no, maybe, that kind of thing. I want to look at it from like a more nuanced point of view, because I feel like I can be very like influenced by the internet, and like I you know, I wouldn't say I like this album. It was fine. I was neutral about it. But then I went on the internet and I, watched some videos and listened to things, and I was like, yeah, actually it's worse than I thought. But I'm very influenced by that. So I really want to like take a look and like just take a sit. Take a sit? Yeah, no, okay. I was like take a sip, but I was thinking sit like SEAT. No, wait, that's the right word. I'm thinking take a sit like SIT. Sorry, I can't speak English today. Oh my god! Like, I just wanted like, yeah, just sort of like slow down, take a look at really like how I feel about this and how the internet feels about this, and I think that's just very interesting topic. So I will do this on the channel. I don't know when, but I will do this. Not too late. Like not too late. How do you say that? Like not recently. I can't speak English. I give up. Anyway, so yeah, and talking about Taylor Swift, I want to finish this video by talking about Sabrina Carpenter. Oh my god, I love her so much. She's on my mind too much. I love her. I loved Short and Sweet last year, and I was like a lot of public. I was skeptical when she announced her second album, like her latest album that was released this year called Man's Best Friend. Regardless of like controversies around the cover and everything, like just the fact that she released Short and Sweet in like September, maybe September 2024, and she released like another album, like again, was what was it, August, mid-August, not mid-August, the end of August 2025. And people were like, oh, it's too soon. And I kind of agreed, because I was like, she's still on like the Short and Sweet tour, and she's still like riding on the high of Espresso and Please Please Please, and the whole like, I don't know, it was like she's still riding on that high, and she got a Grammy, and like, right, she's still very much like riding on that high. And she released the deluxe album also early this year around Valentine's Day, I think. So I was just like, I was skeptical when she announced Man Child. I was like, oh, is this like a new single for a new album, or is this like just a one time thing? I love Man Child. I love this song. Again, I listened to it this morning. But like, I was like, oh, is this like a one off thing? Or is it like really the end of Short and Sweet and the beginning of another era? And yes, she did announce album like shortly after that. And I was like, girlie, no, that's a bit too early. Like, maybe you should wait a couple of months, another year, wait till it's like 2026 at least. But no, she dropped it. And honestly, I didn't do a review for this one, because I've been doing review like sporadically recently, because my mental health has been like, so I didn't do a review of Man's Best Friend, but I really liked it. It was fun. Well, it was not as fun as Short and Sweet. That's the thing. It was fine. It was great. Well, I don't know. It was fun. It was great. It was good. Like, it wasn't. I was not like as excited for it as for Short and Sweet, and also it was much like, it was sadder. It was more mature, but it was more about a breakup. Short and Sweet was about love and relationships, and this one was more about breakup and stuff. Of course, my favorite songs, like the funnier one, like When Did You Get Hot? I liked House Store. I love Man Child, and I love Tears. But like those are like the cheeky ones for like innuendos and stuff. But the breakup songs, I can I don't really relate to all of this, so I never really connected with those. And it was just more darker. It was darker. Even just like the color, the album was like in the cover she's wearing black, and on show this one was like bright blue and bright, So I was kind of skeptical, but then I was like, she like no, she put that like a statement or an interview or something, and she said, I kind of don't care to play about the rules of like you have to drop this and then you have to wait that amount of time and drop then. And I thought that was interesting too, because it's true, that's kind of, it's a rule, like it's an unspoken rule, like no one says it, you have to drop an album like every 2 years. That's like the cycle usually. But if you don't drop every year, you can drop every year, and if you don't drop every 10 years, you can drop every 10 years. And so I was like, yeah, she's right. If she wants to drop that right now, if she feels like it's the right time, then maybe it is, because that's her album and that's songs that come from her. And I think she wrote those songs when she was on tour and everything. So, of course, because she dealt with a lot back then. She was on the high, and then she was in a relationship. Then allegedly she got cheated with. I don't know about that, but like she got broken up with, and so that was low. And like I get it that she wanted to explore that in songs and release it while it was still so like relevant, if you will, because as an author, like I can relate, as I write screenplays, and sometimes I start to write a screenplay because I'm in a certain mood, I'm in a certain like stage of my life, and then I take it, writing a screenplay, it takes a long time, and sometimes by the time like my, I don't know, my mood has changed, I'm no longer in that stage, I'm no longer in that feeling, and the screenplay is not done, and I just don't get back to it because it's just not really relevant anymore. If that makes sense. I don't know if you really understand what I'm saying, but like I think maybe that was the situation here. Like those feelings that she had, that album that she wrote, it was relevant at the time, and so it's like if I don't drop it now, it won't make sense for me to drop it in a year. And I get that, and so I think I was skeptical, but then I was like, okay, it's also very authentic in a way that like kind of the way that Chapel, like the opposite of Chapel, but like Chapel said, I'm gonna wait a long time because I want to take time for the songs to be authentic, and Sabrina kind of said, the songs, I've written a bunch of songs right now and they're authentic to me right now, and I need to drop them right now, and I understand that. So that's why I don't think there is like an actual like correct length in between albums. I just kind of, it depends on the artist, really. It depends on what content you want to put out there, if you really care about your songs or not, if you do this just for money or not. And I'm not here to like blame anyone or like shame anyone. Like you do what you have to do, and also like I'm not in part in this industry. Like I can judge anyone. I am not a singer. I mean, I am somewhat of a singer, but like I'm not like a professional singer who sells albums and is on top of the charts and everything. But like I think it's just a very interesting topic to explore, like how different people sort of like, yeah, deal with that differently. And it's nice to take a look at these like unspoken rules, because are they actually good for you? Is it good for you to drop an album every 2 years or not? Like, is it what's like, it's kind of what's expected. Like, is it better? Is it like, does it do better for your album, for your numbers, for your stats? And that's really the question here. So do you like, what is too long and what is not long enough? What is, I think I remember Chloe did the same shit, did the same thing. She dropped In Pieces in 2024, and she dropped, no, when was it? She dropped In Pieces in 2023, and her second album, Trouble in Paradise, in 2024, I think. I could be wrong. But yeah, she dropped like a year apart. And I like both of those albums because I really like Chloe, but they did not do well. And people were kind of like, I don't know, surprised that she was dropping that soon, because it was like your first album. I wouldn't say it flopped. I don't like when people say things flop. It didn't do well. Just because it didn't do well, like with the stats and with the streams, doesn't mean that it flopped. Like I don't like that word. It's so, people have no nuance, and like what is flopping. And also like I like this album a lot. And when you call it a flop, it's like, oh, it's kind of like you calling me. You say I don't like things, like you. How can I say that? You say I suck, not I suck, but like you're attacking me. You're attacking me as a person because I like this album. And even the second album, I really liked it, and it wasn't perfect, and there was a lot of things I would have changed, but like it was good, and it's just not really mainstream anymore. And like, you know, I wouldn't say that's a whole other discussion. What is a flop and what is not a flop, and like, is it really a flop when you manage to connect with people and make music that you love? People just really focus on the numbers and stuff, but like that's also an interesting topic to get into. We might make an episode about this. Oh my god, if this one works well, put it in the comment. Make an episode about what is a flop and what is not a flop. To flop or not to flop, that is the question. But like, yeah, it's like, is taking too long or too short between albums like a sign of you're going to flop or it's not going to work? Or on the contrary, is it like, oh, it's going to work better because you're still riding that wave, that momentum? I don't know. And with all of these ladies, it's very interesting to see, like, because I mean, Cardi B's first album did great. The second one, a little bit less, but still did okay. Sabrina's Short and Sweet did great, and then Matt's best friend also did great, I think. And Taylor Swift doesn't count. She's on the lane on her own, and like I don't know if it's a compliment because like no matter what she does, fans will buy it because it's. I don't want to insult with it, but like it's low key a cult, and they. I told them in my review like they would buy 7 variants of the same album just to get a voice note where she sneezes because they're obsessed with her, and it's kind of weird sometimes. I get it. Like, also, I'm very impressed with Taylor for like building such a like strong fan base. But like, it's giving cult. It's kind of giving cult, and it's kind of scary. But like, yeah. So I think that's about it. That's my whole thoughts on the matter. Please let me know in the comments. What is your thoughts about this? What is your thoughts? I speak English today. What are your thoughts about this? What do you think? Are there other artists that you have like we can cite as an example of taking too long or taking too short in between albums? And yeah, if you want to do that video about like flops and stuff, please let me know because I'd love to do that. And yeah, thank you. I hope this wasn't too bad. I kind of miss my words a little bit every now and then because I'm awkward and I'm tired. I'm so tired. I have not been sleeping well. So, but anyway, yeah, thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. You can leave a like and subscribe. And let me know if you want me to do videos about like other stuff because I'm always open to suggestions. So, yeah. Anyway, I don't like my hair. Oh my god. Thank you. Bye.